Computer memory. Let's see. My Commodore VIC-20, when I first bought it, had 3K of RAM. My current computer has 16 gigs of RAM. A little bit of a difference. An application or a program. Things that make our computers interesting. Without them, they'd just be a box. And this is how programs are listed in the Start menu. If you're running Windows 8.1, you may not have a Start menu. A cursor. That's the little thing that we follow all over the screen. Keyboard. Without the keyboard, it'd be a little tough to type anything on your computer. A web. I've got a web page. Many of us have a web page, or a blog, or some other form of communicating with other people. But do we really need one? Depends on the person. A virus. Hopefully you don't have one. I know I'm safe. I'm using Avast. It's kept me safe for the last 10 years. So a virus is something I leave to somebody else to keep me from getting. In my case, it's Avast that's keeping me safe. A CD or a DVD, it's one way of getting information to your computer so it can use it. Newer computers actually no longer bother with CDs or DVDs. They depend on USB drives to get the information to a computer. A hard drive, that's where we store all the information that we have within our computer. A mouse, a convenient way to control many things within the computer. There was a time when we didn't have computers, and the memory is something that we controlled. It was our brain that controlled the memory. And as we get older, when you get a little more forgetful, that memory starts to fade. An application is something I used to fill out when I was looking for a job. A program. That's something I watched on TV. And yes, I can remember a TV that looked just like that. A cursor. That's the person you stayed away from because what they said is not something you really wanted to hear. A keyboard. Unfortunately, I never learned to play the piano, but that's where a keyboard was located. A web. That's where the spider felt at home. A virus. If you caught one of those things, you'd be awful sick. A CD. That was how you invested money in a bank. Way back when, I used to have one. Now, I can't afford one. A hard drive. At the end of the day, driving all day long, that's what you considered a hard drive. A mouse pad. That's where the mouse lived. And if it was in your house, you'd have a little mouse trap outside hoping to catch the sucker. A 3.5-inch floppy. If somebody found out you had one, you'd be hiding. I hope you learned something. Stay safe, be free. I hope this helped.